Yeah, he's just a professional hitter. He's the ultimate pro. You don't see Josh make too many mistakes on the baseball field. He's just solid as a rock and give you a good at bat every time out. And he's a challenge for who's ever out there. So you're going to get a good at bat, a base hit, a walk, a long pitch at bat, so forth. So things that help the club, and of course lately with the long ball, it speaks for itself.
Jim, how tough is that for him, because he's probably gearing up for Simon or Simone when he's in the on-deck circle, and then he has to go ahead and face Meredith, a totally different pitcher.
Yeah. He's seen it all. Josh has seen everything. He's seen all deliveries, left, right, high, three-quarter, over the top, sidearm. He's seen it all. So he just, like I said, he's a professional hitter, and he squared it up as good as you could right there, and kind of saved the day for us.
Caps has been so automatic almost this year. Did the team have to just kind of regroup a little bit after that?
I thought he threw the ball very well. You got to give the Orioles credit. They had some great at-bats. The ground ball up the middle is, it's kind of like Lannon's first inning. There's a couple ground balls. That's what we want. We want ground balls. But if they find a hole, it's not much you can do about it. So, there's that. And then Jones had a great at-bat, double down the line. And, really concerned about Wieters. He's such a good player, and he's got power himself, but he got another ground ball there, and he pitched Lugo very tough, but Lugo had a great at bat, and he won that little mini battle there, and so it was up to us then to see if we could do something. Slayton did a good job, and the rest was hammer.
Can you talk a little bit about how you brought Burnett along, gotten Slayton into the mix, so your bullpen looks good?
Yeah, we really feel good about the way we have the two lefties there. I feel like I could use them both either way. If one gets used a little more, then the other one can go a little further the next day. I think they're both very confident guys at this point that they can pitch in the middle or late. And Storn and Clippard both from the right side. So a lot of good options there. But, a lot of what we did there yesterday and today, we go back to Batista, what he did that first day. I mean, the last couple days, 2 innings before the Baltimore series, 4 innings the first day, really allowed some of these other guys to catch their breath a little bit and pitch effectively.
What did you think of Landon today?
John was good. Probably next time out, it was kind of that either-or situation when I took him out of the game. I had a lot of confidence that Storm would match up pretty good there, but that's probably one of those ones a week from now maybe we'd let him stay out there and pitch, as he gets stretched out a little further.
Jim, can you talk about the importance of going into a big West Coast road trip and the momentum you have?
Yeah, we're gonna really see a lot of good pitching, but I think our hitters are getting great at bats. It's nice to get on the plane with a win, and we'll just kind of relish this one. Finally, with an off day tomorrow, we've had 20 straight. We did have a rain out in there, but 20 straight on the schedule trying to get to this point and without wearing our bullpen out too bad, and they weathered it very well. And with the addition of Slayton and Storm through this time, it's a real confident feeling when we go out there and we get in the middle or later in the ball game. So I think we're in good shape for the road trip.
Jim, because you won today, you finished the 20-game stretch right at 500. Is there some significance that to get through?
No, I think the ball club has really done a good job of keeping the significance based on that game, today's game, and rather than looking at an upcoming series or what we did in a particular, like you say, that 20-game span or a month, any particular month. I think the ball club has been real focused on winning the game at hand, and we're going to go try to do that and continue that.
So you batted Bernardino 6 today. He came up with a big hit for you. Is he establishing himself there?
He's just getting a little better each time, and he's really finding his way a little, getting a little more comfortable. And it's nice to have a couple guys who come through your system. We got quite a few out there: Zimmerman, Ian Desmond, Bernardina. Guys that homegrown coming through the system to make you feel better about the system. Our player development's working real hard, and bringing those guys along. But it takes a little bit of everything, but Bernardino being homegrown, it's a good feeling.
With Caps, you knew, I mean, the streak was going to come to an end at some point in time. Is it just a little bit easier to take when you still get the win? I mean, for him, it's like...
Certainly, yeah, and he threw good. You know, he didn't do anything wrong. He faced a very tough hitter with power, first hitter, and got the strikeout. Then, like I said, he got a ground ball. I think Matt feels real good about the way he threw the ball, but you know, sometimes you got to tip your hat to the other guy, and Lugo had a great at bat.
Jim, in Storm, you said you felt like he matched up pretty good. Then at the plate, he comes up his first at bat, digs, and
Yeah, well, you know, that's those things happen. You know, like when you play American League club and they're usually DH. Sure, you know, somewhere along the line, some pitcher's probably going to get one and hurt us or something. You know, but you know, if hopefully Drew's got a few more, but you know, the relievers don't get that many chances to do it. So I'm glad he's got that one notched in there under his belt.
How has Storm looked to you so far?
He's looked good. You know, he threw a couple outstanding breaking balls. You know, he comes to the big leagues with a reputation for a great breaking ball, but the fastball is you know, plenty there. But we just want to make sure he continues to have confidence in the fastball and doesn't feel like he has to go to the breaking ball too quick. But he threw a great one to Scott, you know, pretty much unhittable pitch.
Jim, I know you guys were optimistic that you could be a contender, but any facets of this team that have surprised you?
Well, I think considering, you know, Jason Marquis' elbow situation and Lannon missing a little time, some of the pitching has been a real pleasant surprise. I don't want to say I wouldn't have expected it, except that I didn't know many of, you know, I didn't know Adelano, you know. Stammen we got to look at last year, but not in a real healthy state. You know, the Levo, as I said many times, came to spring training late, was a late sign. So we really were not knowing exactly what we had there. And they've really, as our bullpen has started to come together, our starters have pretty much kept us in these games through this 20-game stretch.
Jim, you mentioned Marquis and obviously Olsen on the DL. The next time you come back here, speculation is that maybe Stevie will be ready to come up. Can you talk about when you guys do come back, you know, what a big boost that would be to the rotation?
Yeah, you know, I don't know when he's going to be here. I know that, you know, certainly we welcome him here. He's going to be a great pitcher for a long time. That's our hope. But, you know, we just deal with what we have right now, and I think our guys are just battling, and you know, they're human beings. They see all the Steven Strasburg stuff. Fortunately, Steven Strasburg is a very humble young man that I think everybody's going to rally around him. But, you know, these other guys who are going to be battling for their spots in the rotation, you know, we try to take care of them as best we can here first.
What do you think about his stint so far in the minor leagues? Is that kind of what you expected, or has he exceeded any of your expectations?
In a nutshell, I'd say he's exceeded it, yeah. So. No, go ahead.
No, you're fine. One more.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is it a point in the season yet where you can have a sense of what you have as a ball club, or will this road trip be so good that you'd like to wait a little bit?
Well, you know, I think that I'm real pleased with the ball club in terms of, you know, the way you phrase it, what we have, and I'm real pleased with what we have because we got a bunch of professionals. You know, it's really enjoyable to manage professional players who conduct themselves professionally and get after it and care. And you know, I know that sounds something you'd take for granted, but you know, I've been around some players who the last thing they're worried about is whether you won the game or not, you know, and that's not a very good feeling, and we don't have any of that here.
You're going on such a long road trip, so obviously looking at a game by game, listening to these questions and series, how does the mentality change?
You know, when you're feeling good about the ball club, or when they feel good about themselves, when you mix in other people for somebody else, it's an easier flow. I think everybody's got a lot of confidence in Will Nieves back there, if he's back there for a while, or you know, just however we put it together. You know, if Willie Harris is out there, when he comes to the plate, everybody's confidence. So you know, it's you kind of get on a good roll because of the quality of the people in there, and hopefully we can continue.
Jim, any comment on the first
hearing that the Nationals possibly being interested in Roy Oswalt.
I have not heard that, no. So I don't know.